Alright, so this is the aftermath. There's literally debris all over in my own backyard. It's in the flowers. It's all the way up here. It's all over in the flowers. There's a plug. Mind you, I shot the fireworks off way back there in the field. There's a plug all the way up here. There's stuff all over the driveways. But we're gonna go back there. Check this out. See what it's the aftermath is. But I can tell you the finale ended up all out here. I mean, obviously nothing crazy, just shredded paper. But I mean, it's all the way out there. There's another plug up here. But we'll show you the absolute mess that we have when we get all the way over there. Oh man. The biggest thing today is to clean up all these little guys. Shards of canisters, shards of tubes. I mean, oh my God. You can't tell how bad it is at night, but during the day, it's holy shit. That is, wow. It's gonna be a couple hours to clean up, that's for sure. And you got all these little caps everywhere, which my neighbor said the hell with it, just mow over them. But Jesus, oh, this is a mess. This is the finale. We had this first row went, and this whole second row in the middle here, none of that went. Then we had to come back here and hand fire it. This row ended up going off here, and then this row never went off. So we also had to come back and hand fire that as well. So everything was good. It's just a little lag. The E-match, we don't know if well, this one actually did go. I just don't know. Yeah, this one fired, but it fired this, but it stopped when it hit that, and then it just burned out, and it skid that, and it didn't light any of that stuff. So we had a couple issues, but a lot of it was just, I don't think the igniter got it, or just something happened. I'm not exactly sure what happened. This entire contractor trash bag is full of plugs, caps, paper, canister wrappers, ignition wires, just tons and tons. This whole thing completely full. That thing is heavy. But we got everything cleaned up in the grass. We're gonna go back and pick up all the pallets. And this here is everything that was on our little fake finale board that didn't go. We had one last night that completely blew apart. It's already in the trash can, but it was right next to this, and when it blew apart, it blew this one. So it obviously ripped the fuse, because this was on the one on the corner blew up. So when it blew up, it didn't ignite this, it didn't ignite that, or that. It didn't even touch this one. It kind of lit these, but I think the quick match was, or the quick fuse was too much, too quick, and you know, we had some fusing issues, but you know, it happens. You can't predict everything. Some of it worked, some of it didn't. The finale that stuff worked. This stuff didn't. But I use a faster fuse on this than the rest of this stuff. It's obviously too fast, and then obviously one blowing apart didn't help, because right where the fuse was, it probably ripped the fuse, and the rest of the stuff didn't go because the whole back row didn't go. So it is what it is, but that's what we got left. It is, it's all of it. There it is. Hopefully all that stuff went. And when he lights this thing, we have it all angled so everything would happen to shoot that way. Well, this looks vastly different than it did this morning. As you can see, there is some debris out here, but they said, yeah, the hell with it. Just leave it, we'll mow it over. We cleaned it up, and then we knocked all the boxes of fireworks off, all the cakes, and then we tried to pick that up, and then we just picked up all the pallets and, you know, cleaned everything up. But yeah, the finale board was sitting back there, kind of where that grass is matted right in front of the cornfield, and all the pallets are right in here. You can kind of see where the pallets were sitting. You'll see a lot more debris in the yard right where the pallets were. But yeah, I got the moo cows all back out. Those were inside in the barn last night. Yeah, they were good though. But we got it all cleaned up, everything. All right, guys, we got all the boards off the bottom of the racks. We got all the tubes cleaned out. Everything that I could get out and flip over is flipped over, ready to store. This rack, we had a Kato, and as you can see, it spiraled the inside. It didn't expand the tube. It shot out the bottom. The plug came out, but it really did some damage to the rack. The rack's wasted. But you can see the whole thing is shot through there, and the whole bottom of this thing is busted. The whole board underneath is all wonky. It's wasted. So I'm not really concerned. I'll keep this just for you know, a memento. But yeah, we're gonna toss this whole rack. I'm just gonna burn it. Whatever, take the screws out, save those, use them for something else. We're gonna trash that rack. We got these. We need to stash these away, and I gotta dig a bunch of stuff out back there, and then put all the racks in there and all the boards and everything, and then get back on with Halloween stuff. So we're gonna fold this table down and pick up these racks later on. I'm going to tear down this whole canopy. We ended up not needing this canopy at all. The wind and rain and sun kind of all went away. So it ended up being a beautiful night. We didn't need it. So I'm going to tear this down and get a little bit more room back in here. And now I have a bunch of room to do Halloween stuff. So I'll set up a few tables in here so I can start working on some projects, because I got to get ready for my Halloween shows. So that's about the end of it. Cleanup's pretty much done, other than little odds and ends. This whole bag is all them tubes, the rest of those tubes, all the E-match in there, and just random crap are swept up off the floor, all the crap from the yard. This bag is heavy, but that's it. We just got a little bit of random stuff left in the yard to pick up, you know, campfire type stuff over here. Nothing too much. So took about a month and a half to set everything up. It took an hour to set up the show. It took an hour to shoot the show, and it has taken all day to clean up the yard, and it is going to take about a month to get everything back in order that we had it between my house, my two neighbors' houses, Everyone's house is a disaster. All the yards and all the garages and everyone, you know, next door we had a huge pig roast and all that stuff. So we had a huge smoker out there. We had tons and tons and tons of food. It was a huge deal. We made this a massive neighborhood block party. Every neighbor was invited. Tons of people showed up. So it was nice to see everyone come together and enjoy a show. We had a lot of raves and reviews. Said this was the best show they had ever seen in their lifetime. I've heard that a few times. My neighbor grabbed me. He's like, I wanted to personally thank you and tell you that was a marvelous display. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Because the whole thing was like a finale. It was incredible. And just when you thought it was done, here came hundreds of more things. And he was just incredible. So we've heard that multiple times. Lots of people donating at the end of it all and putting towards next year's shenanigans. But yeah, that's gonna do it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching and sticking around this whole cleanup process and watching the videos and everything. And I hope you guys have a safe and happy 4th of July coming up this coming weekend. We got a few things here. Nothing too much. We might light that off on the 4th. We had a couple fan cakes and some other stuff, but we got some big boys in there, so we might do something. I might grab a couple boards and do those, and I still gotta go out back and pick up some of our boards back there, but other than that, we're almost done. So that's it. I appreciate you guys. Thank you all for watching. Have a happy, safe 4th of July.